Good morning, here we are, not yet another safari. My name is Lauren. I do have David on camera. It's a bit overcast this morning, but we are on our way to Makalu Dam last night. The Southern Breakaway Pride cubs were there with no adults. So we are hoping that's changed this morning and the adults have come to join them so we can spend some time with them. I have actually been gone a little while, but I am back and I can't wait to explore the Timbavati game reserve. They're here. The adults are here too. These cubs are about 4 months old by now. They're growing so fast and they're really moving around with the rest of the pride. Oh, and for those of you that have been following us, these are the same cubs that we found being moved by mom to a new den site. So long ago at their age, the cubs will definitely be eating meat and they will be taken to kills. However, they still will be suckling. It's normally between 7 to 10 months, somewhere in that region, that they are weaned. But remember, weaning is a process, and it won't just happen overnight. But it's normally between 7 to 10 months. Lionesses in A Pride all synchronize their estrus cycle, which means they will all come into estrus roughly around the same time, mate, with the males be pregnant at the same time and then give birth within a few weeks of one another. This means that they can allow suckle. So all the little cubs can actually suckle from any of the moms that are lactating. It does not just have to be your own mom that you suckle from. And this is because it generally coalition of males stay in power for around 3 years. Depending on the region, and it's essential that the lionesses get their cubs older, healthier, and stronger as soon as possible to prevent infanticide. I was reading a Saturday recently, and it shows that the milk fat content from each of a lioness's teats is different. It's not equal between each of the 4 teats. Animal fat plays such an important role in the nutrition of African lions, and believe it or not, regarding the fatty acid composition, lion milk closely resembles that of human milk. This is such a critical stage in these cubs. Life depending on the availability of prey. Cubs can actually become subjected to dehydration, starvation, and of course predation on the topic of infanticide. It is believed that 6 boys from Nangala, which is not too far away from here, are headed this way. Their territory is not fully known, or even if they are territorial, which is possible, they could be nomads. But that coalition could potentially be very dangerous for these cubs. Sighting My Cute Aggression is in full swing. That was such a precious sighting. What a morning. The sun's starting go come out now as well. And we've just heard on the radio that there's a dead giraffe carcass. No idea what's happened to it, but it's not too far away, so we're gonna head down there, see and what's going on. It's hard to choose a favorite vulture species, but I do love the whitebacks. They will always be the most numerous and frantic at a carcass, the really noisy feeders hissing and mobbing each other to get their share. They will go right inside the carcass, chewing right off the bones, with their powerful beaks. In talking of beaks, different vulture species have different shaped beaks, which means that each feeds on a particular part of the carcass, from the innards to the muscle tissue, or the hide, and that's how they reduce competition for food. Both the vulture and hyenas are helping to spread the nutrients far and wide, not only through their feces, but also when they grab some tissue or a leg or a bone, and they take it somewhere else to eat. That's actually a good thing. They're actually taking that piece of tissue and helping it to decompose in another area where the nutrients will sink into the soil. Hyenas can be considered one of the most successful large carnivores in Africa, and that's because they are proficient hunters and they're incredible at scavenging. Not only that, they're one of the only mammals that are able to digest bone. It's been such an amazing morning. I really don't want to leave. This has been one of my favorite sightings here with my favorite animals. As always, we promise you a camp update. Look how much has changed. This place is actually starting to look like a camp. The tents now look like tents, slowly, but surely we're getting there. Another epic morning out there in the Timbavati. Wow, it went from 0 to 100 really quickly. Cubs to a carcass, that's the real circle of life. Thank you everyone for jumping on board. As always, don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.